Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sam's Academy. And if you aren't new, welcome back to Sam's Academy. Today, I have a small tip for you all people, and that is how to become a fluent speaker. There are many different ways I've tried to put this onto this channel, but I kind of feel like it's better that I go just the way I am, so that first of all, I need not to take multiple takes in becoming perfect or pretending to be perfect. At the same time, I just get this done like the way I do it to my students. So I have a purpose, and the bottom line is to get the purpose onto you people in the proper way as possible. But if in case that there's going to be some flaws in my speaking, I really apologize ahead so that you people wouldn't be mindful about that. Okay, now there are two categories of people. One category of people would like to become fluent, having known the language English, but are unable to speak well. And there's another category of people who haven't even started to learn. Let's get started with the second category because I think they need more focus onto a language because you have to have something to bring out something. So to those who haven't even started to learn the language English, the primary reason would might be like we have only studied English, like back in the schools and colleges where we really had the chance to learn the language. We studied English just as we studied science and social sciences and stuff like that, which means after the exam got over, we forgot everything we learned, just as we forgot everything we learned in the other subjects because we only studied it. So you'll have to understand learning a language is different than studying a language. So you have to start learning a language. So when we get into that process, I have something for you people. Any language we take has four different stages in the process of learning. It all starts from letters, and then word, sentences, and finally paragraph. But if you all logically look at something, we all speak in the form of a sentence. So what I'm going to request you people to do is that do not get yourself so complicated thinking of letters, words, and terminologies and all those rules and regulations. Of course, it's important, but you're going to implement all of that into the process of learning sentences. So I would request you people to start learning sentences. So two different things, just two things you got to do. One, learn how to make a proper sentence. And second, get to know when to make use of that proper sentence. I always compare learning English or learning a language with learning how to drive a car. Because if you really want to learn how to drive a car, you can't directly take your car onto in the middle of a Chennai where the traffic is too heavy and start to learn. You have to take your car to some places where there's nobody around so that you feel free and comfortable and first start to learn the mechanisms around and the way the car operates and stuff, and then slowly get into the process of learning. And when you think you're confident enough to drive, then take a drift onto the road and try to face the people. So just like that, even speaking in English has to work in that way. You have to know what I am highly capable of, and you can only get to know that when you talk to yourself, because there are this thing called the outbound criticism that we are so much concerned about when we talk to someone else's. Get it? So you got to make sure that I'm confident I can do it, then start finding a way to do it. Get it? So you'll have to learn first, gain confidence first. So to do that, as I told you, start learning sentences. Don't be so much worried about the letters, words, and paragraphs, because when you start doing this, all the others gonna get included into it. So I hope you people would make use of this tip and start practicing from today on, and start from sentences. Take any topic randomly. I have a water bottle in front of me, for example. I do have one. So you can start making sentence out of that by saying it's a water bottle, one superb sentence. And I use it for drinking purpose. Another sentence. Get it? So just like that, try to build sentence and try to put them all together and try to speak. You can certainly speak well. People, it's not a rocket science to be so much confused about, okay? Because people use all those terminologies involved in the language and to make it look difficult. Because when somebody feels it difficult, 90% of the people wouldn't even try to get onto that. But you'll have to understand, okay? It can be easier if you learn it in this way. So start doing that from today. Don't procrastinate. Okay, I hope people will start doing it. Till we meet again, this is Sam. See you all.